Hi, I'm with the team from St. Cloud University in Minnesota, and they are one of the teams participating in the 2016 NSPS student competition, and they're going to tell us a little bit about themselves and the project. So let's begin by having them introduce themselves and telling us where they're from.
Hi, I am Richard Thompson. I'm from St. Cloud, Minnesota. I go to St. Cloud State University. It's my first year back in school after a 4.5-year break in the military. It's fun to get back into school, and this was just an awesome project to do with my partner, who is...
Hi, my name is Vito Bradley. I'm an exchange student in St. Cloud State University. I come from Brazil. Back home, I'm almost graduating, and it's really fun to be here in the United States. St. Cloud's a really good city, and St. Cloud State, I liked the college a lot.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit about the project you did. What did the project involve? We know the general requirements for everybody's project, but anything that was interesting or unique about your project?
Our project was based on a 12-acre parcel that was is owned by the high school that I went to, and it's a heavily wooded area, deciduous trees. It's really pretty. It's part of the scenic riverways between St. Cloud and Minneapolis, so it has a lot of pretty scenery around it. Some of the stuff that drew us to the property, however, was the Judicial Landmarks. Me personally, I've never really dealt with judicial landmarks. So it was kind of our learning experience to actually deal with them and research them, which turned out to be pretty interesting, honestly, just because we had to go back in court documents from our friends at Bogart Peterson helped us out and gave us some of those so we could research it a little better than actually going down to the courthouse and having to rifle through all the documents, which we would have had otherwise. Some other interesting things were it was a part of the St. Augusta original town site, which was never built there, but they set back lot corners, which we didn't recover any of them, but they had the original plat from the University of Minnesota that we could actually go off of, and a lot of the right-of-ways on that plat are still based on those now. And also the I think it was the Great Northern Railroad also ran through the site, and there was also an old cattle pass from that railroad and part of the railroad grade still there.
Cool. Vito, tell me a little bit about how you guys were organized. Were there any other team members, or was it just the two of you?
No, our team, it's just the two of us. I think that's something different from almost every other group here. So it was kind of hard for us because we couldn't divide the job, like two of us do the field work and other two do the research. We had to do everything by ourselves. As Richard said, we have help. We've had help from some surveying companies. Bogart Peterson for us the research part. They bought the company that had made the original plat of our job site, so this helped us a lot. Even though we still needed some time of research and going through documents and websites and everything.
Now, could you relate to the judicial landmark, since this was probably a different concept from what you had in Brazil?
In Brazil, in Minnesota, we have the PLSS. In Brazil, our system is more like the meets and bounds system here in the United States. So I really didn't have that knowledge on judicial landmarks also, so this was something really interesting for me. I don't know if I'm gonna really be able to use these judicial landmarks, but even so, it's been really interesting to have this knowledge.
So tell me a little bit about when you plan to graduate and then what your career plans are.
I plan to graduate in a year from now. Once I go back to Brazil, I still have 1 year of college. I plan on trying to coming back here and maybe working here on land surveying, maybe doing a graduate, studying something. I don't know. I still have a lot in front of me to try and figure out everything.
And how about you, Richard? Where are you in your school plans, and what do you plan to do when you graduate?
I plan on graduating hopefully in the spring of 17, hopefully around there. After that, I plan on getting licensed eventually, and maybe even nationally licensed. It's a goal of mine. I don't know if it'll happen, but hopefully it will. After that, haven't determined what state I want to get licensed in. I mean, I'd want to get licensed in my home state of Minnesota, but maybe some other ones too. I've always liked Alaska. I spent 3 years up there, so maybe go back to Alaska and get licensed up there too. So that'll be pretty fun.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us. This has been, I'm sure, a grueling process for you just because there were two of you, but you also deserve congratulations regardless of where you place in the competition, because just doing this is a huge achievement in and of itself, and then having the guts to stand up there in front of everybody and the judges is really something. And one of the reasons for us doing this video is to show your fellow students in many other programs, as well as practicing surveyors, about the great job that you guys are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.